We are live, everyone. Happy New Year for everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneur's Evolution. Today we are going to talk about content creation. And I think we can all tell a lot about this and share what we do. And I'm just going to let our amazing dog Bruno introduce.
Hey guys.
Hey,
oh my gosh. You got a horse over there now, man. Last time I was a couple.
So we already started, Bruno. Today we're talking about content creation. And I think you also have a lot to talk about that. So I'm just going to repeat what I tell so many people often what I do, because people often ask me, so how do you do that? Get followers, get an audience, get people to engage. So what I do with content, I always, try to stay myself. Be authentic, be yourself, be consistent, and try to add some value to people's lives, right? Something that may help them. And I always try to remember that it is about the readers, about the audience, and it is not about me. So that's what I'm always trying to do. But I would love to hear what you guys think of this and how do you approach your content. And for the viewers, if you're watching, please send us a comment and let us know where you're watching from, because we are so curious about our audience. So leave a comment, leave a question, and then we will answer your question. Chase, up to you. What do you think about creating content?
Creating content, what a topic. There's so much that can go into it, but I think most people just overcomplicate it. In the beginning, getting started should literally just be filming on your phone and doing 60-second videos. That's how I got started. I think everyone on here, if you're looking to do content, you could commit to doing 30 days after watching this of 1-minute videos. If you commit to doing that, I promise you your content creation process will be 10 million times easier. I think 90% is just people, not knowing what to say. So my, piece of advice would be, if you're just looking to get started, then really just sit down and make a list of all of the problems that your prospects are having right now, all the questions that they're having right now in their head, all the results that they want to get, and then the roadblocks that they have. So if you make a list of 10, 20 of those things, boom, there's your topics for the next 30 days. Literally just pick one, shoot a 1-minute video on your phone, do it in landscape, write a little bit of copy, and you're good to go. But beyond that, really, there's a lot of ways you can go with it, depending on if you're just doing LinkedIn or if you want to do YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. So I think it really starts with figuring out where you're starting from and how big you want to take it, and just understand that generally it's always going to be best to focus on one platform first. And once you nail that, then you can start to repurpose that content elsewhere. Adrian, similar story, man. What are your thoughts on it?
Dude, I think it's great advice, bro. And I'm glad you went first. So now that we can just sort of add our little 2-cent pieces around the side. But so Chase, Bruno, and I kind of all started out very similar times, and that was it. Just doing 1-minute videos or less. And maybe it's not a video for you. Maybe you don't have that confidence to be able to do that initially, but you need to put content out, in which case something is better than nothing. So it's just getting into that habit and routine of maybe doing a text post, or could be a picture, or maybe you do a video, once a week for the next month to get started and sort of build that momentum. So obviously, you can put pressure on yourself, but just be very careful who you listen to when it comes to content, because you're in your own journey and you need to build that momentum. So committing to too much will basically hold you back, and therefore what happens? We don't do anything, and we just continue to watch everyone else's stuff. So exactly what Chase said, you want to talk about problems and challenges and that, but you know what? Just share your energy, your positivity, if you're positive or not, and just smile. People are attracted to positive energy, who are outgoing and things like that. So just be you, and people come to follow you along the way. And I think the last bit of advice that I would give is think about the environment that we're currently in. Like everyone, most people have just gone through like a year of pain, challenges, and struggle. Let's be honest. They maybe not need too much of that pain and that they're already in pain, right? They're probably going through things at the moment. So just be mindful of that and maybe just put out a little bit more positive energy with the current environment. And then when that environment changes again, then you can think about, hey, like, you know, is this working and what's not working? So that way, if you're consistent, you can see what is working and what is not working by going back through your last month's content. So that's just a few things. Just look, to be honest, just take action. Have a look at someone in the marketplace whose content that you like, and maybe you sort of just image that. Like, for example, you know, I've always loved Chase's content, thought process behind it as well, you know, and in combination with Doc Bruno's high energy, you know, and just humor. The dude's hilarious, you know. So combination of both, and just find what works for you and that you can be consistent with. If that is 2 posts a week, great. If it's 3, awesome. But just remember where you are in the journey. Don't stress out too much about it, and love your work.
Reena, we have a question from the audience. So 𝐉𝐨𝐬𝐧, he is asking, how can you improve your content? Do you have something to share about that?
Absolutely. So when I first started, I was really overwhelmed, didn't know what to say. But what I'm focusing on, and it's exactly what Tisha's talking about. Be yourself, adding value, and chase, knowing what to say. Adrian, being really positive and maintaining that momentum. So I'll give you an example. What I do is I focus on really the strengths, learning, and advice. So push-ups, you know, everyone does push-ups. What Adrian did was he did a video the other day with our wonderful 𝐉𝐨𝐬𝐧. And they were both in Melbourne, and he taught us exactly how we're supposed to do push-ups. The other thing is challenges. You know, like Adrian said, we've all been through so many challenges. Now, at the time of Christmas, not everyone, and those who do celebrate Christmas, not everyone has a wonderful experience, because families come together. Sometimes you're coming together after a year and there is conflict between family members. So maybe talk about how to resolve that conflict. And what I did, and to your point about how to improve content, I did a post about conflict and trying to resolve conflict with family members before coming to the table at Christmas time. So things like that. Think about topical events, mindset, health. And I find these are really important key drivers that you can help everyone with. There's always something to say. So as I just want to summarize, you know, add value, be yourself, as Tisha said, focus on the platform, very important, that LinkedIn platform, as Chase says. And to Adrian's point, you know, be positive, smile, share everything, and don't get overwhelmed. Take it slowly, slowly. Right, Dr. Bruno, over to you.
Oh, here we go. Technology issues with unmuting, but I love all this. You guys I have nothing to say. My only thing is what Adrian taught me one day. If you are going to make a video, talk to just one person. That's it. You don't have to talk to everyone unless you have 1 million followers, which no one does. You know, really just talk to that one person out there. Like you have to think about the way that person is kind of looking at your content, right? It's not a huge audience watching it. It's just one person watching it on their phone. And you just want to talk to that one person. And if you can really connect with them as if you are talking to them, looking at, you know, eye contact and really talking to them on a personal level, then it's really going to connect. And that way your content is going to really hit home to them. And that way you can actually help them. So that's really my, you know, everything else you guys have given the big macro view on what to do, which is huge. But, you know, if you are going to shoot a video, just, you know, for me, if I'm helping someone lose weight, I try to think of someone that I've really helped and transformed, you know, their life for them. And I talk just directly to them. And I think that really hits home to the person going forward. So yeah, that's it. You guys are doing awesome. I think keeping it simple and, you know, just thinking of one problem or one question that someone might have that you can help them with. You know, for me, if it's weight loss or something like that, you know, just talking to that one thing and keeping the content really straightforward, because it's a big picture game. You're not going to solve all their problems in one video, in one post. You got to look at it. You're going to be doing it for a long time, hopefully. And you can just, as long as you can help them with that one thing, it's really going to make their life a lot better. So yeah, that's it.
All great points. Now we have Rajiv commenting. I would like to know one more question. So Rajiv, please post your question in the comments. We can show it then and answer your question. So one other topic about content creation. So how do you dress your posts? So for instance, what I do, and then I can back relate it to myself again. I always like to read posts that are clear, not one big lay of words, you know. I like points that it's easy to read. And I think I'm not the only one. And so that is what I try to give back to my audience. I use these little points, emojis with it, that make it a little bit clearer. And I also like to choose, you know, a nice image with it. One way, because I like to inspire people by using a beautiful image or something that catches their eye that would make them stop scrolling and read my posts. But I would love to know how you guys are doing that. So Chase, maybe you could comment on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to creating content, it's really just, you know, has to be put through the lens of what does your audience want to see. So if you're, you know, filming your videos, use the language that your prospects would actually use, and try to just always enter the conversation through the viewer's mind. So if you always think about what they want instead of what you want to teach them, you're going to have a way better chance of connecting with people. But I think the easiest way to kind of structure video, like the most universal way to structure videos and copy, is just using problem, agitate, solution. So state the problem or identify the problem. That could be asking a question, that could be making a bold statement, that could be a quote. You want to make it really clear and get people to either stop scrolling or listen to what it is that you have to say and read the next line or listen to the next line. And then you want to talk about, you know, what emotions are they feeling around that, or why should they care? So if you've got someone's attention, now you need to hook them in to make sure that they're going to continue to either read or watch what you're saying. So for example, if I was teaching someone how to make videos, I would say, you know, hey, you might suck at LinkedIn videos right now, but I understand how you're feeling. You know, you're spending a lot of time creating content. You're not getting the results you want. You're afraid to put out content, but you're not the only one who's been through this. And then I'm going to give them the solution. So here's what you need to do to get started. You need to write down your ideas. You need to film on your camera, and then you upload it to the platform. Just a quick example. So you want to take people really through a story, because people resonate with stories, and that's how humans communicate most effectively, is through stories. So when you take them through a story about themselves, not only does it reinforce, you know, their thinking behind them being actually able to do it, but it makes them realize, like, hey, this person understands me. I'm not the only one. And just remember that, you know, your prospects are never wrong. You never want to tell someone that they're wrong or they're doing something bad in your content. You want to, you know, kind of let them off the hook, and then give them the solution and bring them back up and tell them everything's okay. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Amazing.
Chase, can I say something?
It's all you, man.
I think one thing I'd love you to just say again is the entering the conversation in the mind.
Yeah, it's
that is an important piece, dude, that I think can make a huge impact. What is the conversation that person might be having? What are the questions they're asking themselves? You know, because the simplest things are what people really find a challenge. The simple things, that back and forth story that they keep talking about. So absolutely love that. Tisha, what are your thoughts?
No, absolutely. I think it's all about relating to a topic that a lot of people can relate to. We all have problems. and we all want solution for our problems. So if you have a service or you have tips for people about that, then it's just amazing to share them, with your audience, add some value, and enrich people's lives with that. So I think that's absolutely gold. And we all have those little voices in our head, right? That can stop us from doing what we really want. So if you can help people, get out of their comfort zone with your content, if you even have helped one person, I think then you have done an amazing job already. Bruno, what are your thoughts?
I love it. What is it called? What do we call them, Adrian? Dirty reps. Keep going. It's going to get better. Your first
get the dirty reps in.
Yeah, your first video is going to suck.
Oh.
And just got to keep pushing through, and they get better and better.
Yeah,
that's it.
Absolutely.
The first time doing anything.
If you scroll down our contents, right, you're going to see videos that we would not want you to see. They're all there, but hey, you have to get started, right? You'll have to get started somewhere, and you'll get better, and you will grow your audience. And I think also if you want to grow your audience and people read your your posts, also engage with others, and they will come back and engage with you as well. I think that's also really important in building relationships with your audience and get them back to your content. So I think that's key.
That's the secret sauce, yeah. That's just the audience, building relationships, connecting. Like it's all very well to have great content, but you want people to see it, and you also want to be able to build those connections and friendships like we all have here. That's why we're all sitting here today with each other from LinkedIn. Every one of us is, apart from Chase, Bruno, and I, we were back on the Instagram days, but and Facebook. We have a question from Jacques.
Yes. So Jacques says, my biggest problem is communicating what I envision so that people with no idea might see and understand, such as my idea and prototype to convert aluminum into energy as a recycle energy plant. Well, that's a little above my knowledge with science, but yeah, I know there's a lot of technology that can help the world so much. And so Jacques, I would say to you, just talk about it, just start talking about it. Start talking about your why. So why are you so passionate about this? What do you want to change the world with this? What is your accomplishment? What do you want to reach? And talk about that, because if you talk about what your goal is for the future with this, then I think a lot of people can relate. And then you can grow your content and your audience from there. Reena, what are your thoughts?
Spot on there. So Jacques, in terms of structure, as Chase was saying, you need to inform and educate the public. A lot of people maybe have very little knowledge on this. So just follow the structure. Do some videos about the issues, your solutions, the benefits, and some of the proofs that might be out there, so that, we really understand what it is that you're trying to achieve. And that way, we talked about building relationships. People will follow you. You'll build up a big following. People will start to ask you questions. You'll develop your network. You'll have so much more engagement. But just get out there with the structure so that people understand. Like I say, the key thing is to inform and educate. We don't know what's in your mind, Jacques. You need to get it out there in simple terms so that people can understand. Does that help?
I think that helps a lot. And we have yet another question from Rajiv Ahmed. Hi, Rajiv. So should I follow one way to creating content, or it should create for various platforms separately? I think that's a good question. So what I think you need to find where your audience is. And as Chase said, I agree. Choose one platform that you focus on, where your audience is. So for us, it's LinkedIn, obviously, because we're on LinkedIn. But yeah, for some people it's Instagram, for some people it's Facebook or YouTube, right? Depending on where your customers are, where your audience is. I do post my content on other platforms as well, but even if it's the same content, I find that the best organic reach I get on LinkedIn. There's just the most professional people there, and that's just my favorite platform. You know, I don't use any sales navigators. I don't use any automation. You know, nothing like that. I may look into that someday, but at the moment I'm not. And so it's all organic reach that you get there, and I think it's just amazing. So you know, if LinkedIn is for you, then try it. If Instagram for you, then focus on that one. So that would be my advice. Any of you have some other tips for Rajiv?
I'd like to ask the Lord of LinkedIn a question. Chase, can you just give us your view on what's better? Is it a text post or a video?
I think it depends. I mean, if you're better, I think everyone should do at least some video, even if it's just 2 or 3 days a week, just simply because video is viewed 5 times more than any other piece of content, and the connection that you're going to get with people through seeing your face every day, or at least a couple times a week, and just knowing you're a human being goes a long way. So I think it just depends on the context. But if you're great at writing, then put 70% of your effort towards text posts and then 30% towards videos. Or if you don't have time to write or you suck at it, then just do all videos or do 70% videos, 30% text. But I think it's just go with what you naturally feel is your strong suit, and then just test. As with anything in marketing, you got to test and see what works.
Yeah, I'd love to add to that if I can, Reena. So Chase brings up a great point as well. I think sometimes we can get so focused around like the views that we get on our content. And we also have to remember that if you want to build a connection, people need to be able to like get this from you. And don't get me wrong, there's been plenty of people that have written content and that's all they've done, and they've been highly successful, which is cool as well. But I think you really start to build a connection with people through video and just using a combination of the two or three. Maybe it's text, picture, or whatever. But I think it's more about the quality as well. So if you are going to post some content, like then put a little bit of effort into it and make it purposeful and shareable. Purposeful and shareable. Purposeful and shareable. Purposeful and shareable. What did I say? Purposeful and shareable.
And shareable.
Exactly, because you want other people to share it. Right? Like I would share any of Chase's posts. Any of them. Any post, because it's all quality. I know how much time and effort he puts into it. Look at him. Just want to give him a kiss on that beautiful forehead and rub his nice beard.
I'm waiting for you, man. It's only like 18 hours to fly here.
Dude, I can't wait to see you again. The last time Chase and I seen each other was like a few years ago in Bali.
Oh yeah, we were both 2 grown men riding on one tiny little bike, bike.
Yeah,
going to the beach. He had to it was a whole thing. It was great.
Actually, I've got a photo. I should.
I know you filmed a video when we were on the. Well, don't tell anyone that, I guess. But I guess you filmed the video while we were driving, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that video now.
I was holding on to Chase like this. Like
yeah. Good
That's
time.
so amazing. So we haven't all met yet, right? So but hopefully one day we can all meet in person and then do a live show just together, standing next to each other. That would be so amazing. So we have another question. Danny Smith says, "Is it okay to speak your mind if it is the truth?" Yeah, I would say yes. Always speak the truth as long as you do it respectfully, right? Because it's a big platform, it's a big world. We all are different people with different values, different beliefs. So as long as you do it with respect, and leave people in their value, then always speak the truth. Then it's no problem. So that would be my advice. What do you guys think?
Brilliant advice. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Call it as it is, within reason. Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah. I think there's a smart way to say what you think as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Without disrespecting people,
Yeah.
always be respectful and
Yeah.
If
you don't have an opinion, nobody's gonna care. Like nobody's gonna care about you. You need one saying that I read in a book a couple weeks ago is love me or hate me, there's no money in the middle. And it's true. Because boring people, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be hard for you to be able to grow on social. Just what it is. You gotta have at least your own opinion. Not everyone's gonna love it. Doesn't matter how cool you are. But people want to follow people and feel like they're being led and feel like they're being heard and feel like they're engaging with people who understand them. They want to be part of something. So it's really comes back to like the human need of needing to belong to a tribe. And when you draw a line in the sand, even if doesn't matter what the topic is, you draw that line in the sand, you're going to have, maybe a couple people that don't like you or don't agree, but you're going to have way more people that are like, hell yes, I want to be able to follow this person and learn more.
Love to learn more about you, Chase Gibson.
I definitely draw lines in the sand for sure. But you have to. All of us do. All of us have opinions, and I think that's good.
Yeah,
without opinions, there's no growth.
No, and if someone doesn't agree with you, that's okay.
Yeah, I love being proven wrong. It's the best. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think I'd just love to give a shout out to Reena. She does a very good job of just sharing her opinion in a very short and sharp way. So my recommendation, if you're watching this now, go and check out Reena's short, sharp opinions and go and check out the flower arrangements that she prepares for you on each video. She actually spends quality time going out and searching the best plants and flowers for the scenery. So boom.
Thank you so much. So true. Just in terms of content, I do spend weekends getting my content ready for the week.
Yeah.
So a lot of planning and structure that goes into it. But I also spend a lot of time driving around Western Australia, picking beautiful gardens to take my videos in. And what you said before, it is as it is. So that's a really good point you make, Adrian.
and also, you actually go and ask for permission from the people in the houses. I love that.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Hey, would you mind if I take a photo in your garden? Yes.
So I'm building relationships,
There you go.
Gold. That's gold.
Door to door.
That's gold. And then people will want to watch that video and they will visit your profile, right?
Yeah. Relationships at the grassroots.
Reena, you've just got me thinking. Good marketing strategy.
Okay.
Anyway, later.
So, Adrian, you might be asking permission to do push-ups in people's gardens, and then build
yes
that way.
Yeah.
Just go door to door and then pick nice gardens. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I think so.
Fantastic.
Awesome. No, totally agree. Follow Reena, but also follow Adrian, follow Chase, follow Doug, follow any of us if you like our content, because we're putting effort into it, and we always try to, put value out there and help you with whatever we can help you with. We also have an amazing LinkedIn group which you can join. The link to that group will be in the post of this video, and then you can join, and then you can see what amazing content we post there. You can ask questions there, and we are so happy to help you. So I think we can wrap this up for today. We have no more questions. Thank you all for watching. If you have another question, put it in the comments, and then we can respond to you and answer your question. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye.
I've got some final thoughts. Stay strong, stay safe, and stay positive, my friend. Love your work.
Stay strong, stay safe, stay positive. See you all next time. Bye-bye.